Good morning, spacemen. Welcome to Space Operations Delta. I'm Captain Collins and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Today we're going to talk about freighters and frigates, how to get them, where to get them from, and what are they good for. Very quick at the start, I'm streaming at twitch.tv/Captain Collins from Sunday to Thursday. We play space-related games, not only No Man's Sky, but also other stuff like X4 Foundations or Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous. Let's have a look at the first thing on how to get a freighter at the start. A freighter like you see here is something that you can acquire without any money or anything. This is sheer by luck, and luck means that you are jumping into a system where a freighter is already there and is being attacked by some pirates. There are usually around 3 or 4 pirate ships that you have to defeat in order to help that freighter out. And that first freighter will be available for you to just get. You don't need to pay any money or anything. You will just get the freighter. The thing is, you don't need to take the first freighter you get. If you are helping a freighter out that is maybe not as good as you would have liked to have a freighter at the first start, then you are just declining their offer and you take some money that they offer you and you are just keep going and flying to other systems. And every single time you jump into a system, you have the possibility to come into a fight of some pirates against a freighter, and every single time you get the offer to get the freighter for free. That is only possible with the first one you get. If you want to change that freighter later on, you can still help other freighters to defeat themselves against pirates, but you will have to buy them. And if you have one of these, the thing is that you are still on the lookout for other freighters. Every single time there's a freighter in a system jumping in, a freighter will always come with an entourage of frigates. These are these ships you can see right there. And frigates are buyable for you. They get a green buy sign on top of them. They will have something that's called a recruitable frigate. These recruitable frigates are frigates that you can buy if you already have a freighter. What you do is you fly near them and then you can haul them with your Starship communicator, and they will tell you, if you inspect the frigate, what they are capable of. These frigates will have 4 different traits. It's either combat, exploration, industrial, or trade, which you can see here. Every single frigate will look a little bit different. And then they have something like bonuses or even malices. So they give you a plus or a minus on something that they can do. For example, this one gives you in total plus 19 to industry, which is really good. And sometimes they give you a less fuel requirement or even combat skills or whatever. The type of the frigate is not that important because as you will advance with your frigates and you send them over to missions, which I will show you just in a minute, they will advance up to S-class level through time and you don't need to spend the money up front. This one is a very good one. I will accept that, and if I accept it, the frigate will disappear. It will go to my fleet and will be available at my freighter. If you already have one, you can summon your freighter just like you summon the space anomaly. You click wherever this is possible, your freighter will appear, and then you are able to land there. We're going to quickly land there and I will show you what to do with these frigates that we just acquired, and also where you can find the bridge. Maybe you have not seen it before. So you most likely land, you walk upwards here to the bridge. And in the bridge there you can talk with the captain if you want to have the frigate or if you don't want to have the frigate. That captain will tell you all about that ship. If you already have one, then you can do something like manage your fleet. There you can see the fleet and all the frigates that you are already acquired. And from here you can take a look at these frigates again, what they're doing, and also dismiss them if you have already too much. You can have up to 30 frigates in your fleet. That's the maximum. After that, you need to get rid of some of these frigates in order to get some new ones. And what can you do with them? You go to the navigator, that's one next to the control, and you can view potential expeditions. These expeditions are missions where you send your frigates over to do something without you doing anything active there. This is a completely passive mission with a real-time duration onto them. So if you have a duration of 14.5 hours, that means that these frigates are 14.5 hours gone, like real time. Before you can do that, there is something that you have to have in order to be able to do it, and these are these rooms. You go into your build menu and you have these freighter parts which are already there. You don't need to buy them. These are already in your inventory. And the fleet command room is the one that you want to build. And if you build one of these fleet commands rooms, it will give you the option to send one more fleet to one of these expeditions. Just by choosing one of them, and then you can assign your ships that are at the moment available. You can set 1, 2, 3 ships, up to 5. You can only assign up to 5 ships. You can give them some upgrade modules. Then you need the fuel that's required to send your fleet over. Then you launch the expedition and the expedition will be gone, and you can access that in one of these fleet rooms. So like for example here, I sent 3 frigates to an expedition, and now I can take a look at whatever they did afterwards, and I can debrief them, and they will tell me whatever they did, how much distance they covered, what they gathered, what they collected, organic crystals, granite, dirty bronze, units, and so much. They will talk about that. You can after that end the expedition, and you will be granted with all the stuff that they have brought with them. In your freighter itself, you can also have storage rooms, like in here, storage containers, which you can also access from a planet if you have the right modules on your freighter already. Here in this case, you would need the technology, the matter beam. You do have interplanetary transport of matter, which is pretty cool because you can just access your storage container from a planet where your freighter is in orbit, or at least in the system. So that's a way to enlarge your storage. With your freighter, you can also make large jumps. If you put new engines on this, you can also upgrade your frigate. You can purchase upgrades directly from here. So you can get into your fighter and just take that one as your main warp device. You also have here the freighter warp drive, and you can do much larger jumps than with your usual spaceship. Like look at that, I can go 395 light years with the freighter, and with my standard ship I think limit is about 200 or maybe 300. So your freighter can have a much larger range than your standard ship has. Maybe at the end one more bonus. You can also take your fleet into fights. If you're engaging into a little bit heavier fight and you want to have some extra firepower, just call in your freighter and your fleet, and the fleet will not only distract also the enemies, but also will shoot at them. There are a lot more freighter designs, so don't take the first that you see. Also, thank you very much for watching that, and if you're interested in something else than No Man's Sky, we do have a very cool thing running, and you can find the link in the description down below. It's about World of Warships. We do play it occasionally now on stream because it's just such a fantastic game, and you can get a lot of free stuff if you're joining with the link down below. That also helps out the channel completely for free. It's a free game. Everyone counts. There's nothing that you need to do in order You help the channel. Everyone counts. Thank you so much for that. And see you the next time. Goodbye.